Hello, YouTube. It's me, Jonathan, once again, and welcome to another live commentary. This one is the last commentary I'm doing for July, for Christmas in July, and this is a really dark Christmas movie from 1992, the second in the live-action Batman movies that Burton directed. Batman Returns. Yeah, we wouldn't have the Batman this year if it wasn't for this movie, or the '89 film. Yeah, we're gonna do this movie. This is about 2 hours long, so let's get started. It's a pretty long movie. It's not as long as Dark Knight, but it's pretty long. There's a lot of characters in this movie, so it's got a lot of atmosphere. This movie. It says 2 hours and 6 minutes, but that's pretty short compared to other Batman movies I've seen. This film is beautifully shot, by the way. That's Paul Rubens, Pee Wee Herman. He plays Oswald Cobblepot's wife. He also came back for an episode of Gotham. This music is amazing by Danny Elfman. It's so haunting. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Has to pet the cat. Which sequel do you prefer, Returns or Superman 2? This one, because it's much more dark and it's more adult. Superman 2 is good, but it has two cuts. And also, it's not as good as the first one. It is good. It's a classic, definitely, but I prefer this one. It just, Batman is my favorite superhero, guys. Of on DC anyway. I know League of Super Pets just came out, so I wanted to do a DC movie. It makes sense. Batman's my boy. He's my favorite DC character. Period. Then it's the Flash, etc., etc. Yeah, I know who directed this movie. I just love Batman's story more. That's why he's more profitable than Superman, because this is dark, but unlike Man of Steel, it's not as miserable. At least there's some moments of clarity. They're not destroying an entire city, because that movie just went overly dark, and Superman's not supposed to be overly dark. Hmm. Yes, sir. Warner Brothers presents Tim Burton. Oh, I know who directed this. I've seen a lot of his movies at home and in the theater as well. Danny DeVito, yeah. Michelle Pfeiffer, yeah, one of the hottest women to ever play Catwoman. Christopher Walken, yeah. The theatrical version of Superman 2, I think is the best cut and my favorite version. The Richard Donner cut, obviously, there were scenes where Reed voice was dubbed. Also, they had to put CG because the effects weren't done. I do like the Donner cut for some of the things they did, but like I said, they shouldn't have never. Donner should have finished the movie. He shouldn't have been replaced by Richard Lester because the producers are stupid. Michael Goff, may he rest in peace, and Pat Hingle. Michael Murphy, yeah, he's not the mayor. He's the other guy. Mister, Vincent Schiavelli, and may he rest in peace as well. Anya Bernarski, Christy Cronaway, yeah, he was in the Street Fighter movie. Da-da-da. And yes, this music is in the League of Super Pets. The scene with Batman and Ace the Bat Hound. Makeup effects by Stan Winston. Again, you're not going to do better than that, guys. Love the makeup in the Batman, but I wish Winston was still alive to see it at. Forever or Superman 3, that's a no-brainer. Come on, guys. What's up, Iron Lantern? Batman Forever every day, because Superman 3, I do like it, but it has its weight. There's more Richard Pryor in that movie than Superman. At least Batman Forever, there's a lot of Batman in that movie. and it's got a bigger budget, and I love the score. And yet it is a different tone, but and don't say Batman, Robin, or over Superman 4. They both suck. So Burton is early stuff. He knows how to draw you in with atmosphere and dark tones and imagery that you're going to remember forever. Like in this Batman '89, Beetlejuice, Edward Scissorhands. The guy just knew how to direct. Now it's just hit and miss. 2022 is the 30th anniversary of this movie. Yes, it's on HBO Max. So you guys, if you want to stream it, it's there. There's the Penguins. Gotham City. Yeah, 33 years later. I also like how different this movie is from the first one. It's still dark, but some people were like, "Oh my god, I took my kids to this and it horrified them." I saw this when I was a kid, and the violence and the dark tone did not affect me. Why? I'm used to darkness all around me, and look how gay the world is now, and that's darkness. That's not a good thing. This movie, there's nothing gay in it, so suck it, Warner Brothers. The ones that Batman TSA came out the same year. Yeah, the animated series. Yeah, and that was also pretty dark. There's a Christmas tree, and I like to see darker Christmas movies sometimes because of how this world is. I like this movie, Bad Santa, Christmas Twister. Christmas movies with an edge to them. Oh, this is Sean Whalen. He's a character actor. He's like a more comedic. What was his name? Steve Buscemi. I don't know. I don't know why he's dressed up like an Englishman, like an English. Yeah, that hat. He looks like an English newspaper boy. So I guess we included Krampus. Yeah, and Krampus was really good. I don't like the ending. Screw that ending. Why did they have to make that ending like that? It was stupid. Like he has the whole family inside of a snow globe. That wasn't needed. I wanted the movie to have a good ending. To me, the movie ended when Krampus is gone. That's it. Or Krampus, whatever the way you say it in German. It's a really good movie with atmosphere and a solid cast, decent effects. It's what Beauty and the Beast 2017 should have been. I even like Reindeer Games. As dumb as it is, it's not a romantic comedy. It's Ben Affleck being weird, and there's a lot of good action in it, and Charlize Theron gets hers in that, and James Frayne. So sometimes I don't want a Christmas movie to just be a Hallmark movie because I know my friend Josh is sick of those. Yeah, Christopher Walken's wig is hilarious. He wasn't even that old in 1992. Gotham City. He looks like Albert Einstein. Frankly, I cringe, Mr. Mayor. And I don't know what DC thought that putting glasses on a woman makes them look nerdy. I'm like, I think it's hot. They did the same thing in Wonder Woman 1984. I'm sorry. Putting frizzy hair and glasses on Kristen Wiig, I was attracted to her the whole time. So you failed, movie. Did you hear stories Val Kilmer said, yeah, he was an asshole, I get it. That's why he was replaced. Maybe that's why he's suffering now of cancer because when he had a voice, he was just using it for wrong. Yes, sir. No, she still looks so cute with even with that frizzy hair. Yeah, he does sound like a younger Christopher Walken. Bernarski, yeah, he was a weird Zangief. He did sound like Cookie Monster. And this woman is still hot. When I saw her in Ant Man and the Wasp, the first one, I was like, wow, you've aged gracefully. You didn't do plastic surgery to make yourself look like a cartoon. Yeah, this movie is just unforgiving. Like I don't, I like that it's dark because it's Batman, guys. It's just not. This is not a freaking the Flash or Green Lantern or other comedic characters from DC like the Teen Titans. No, it delves in its darkness. It doesn't apologize for it. There's also clowns in here, just like the first one. Michael Murphy was also an X-Men. I think it was in X-Men 3. Yeah. Thoughts on Christopher Walken as a villain? It's good. Max Shrek, Max Zorin in A View to Kill. He was having fun. Yes, sir. Wait, I gotta eat something because this is a long movie. This scene was cut from the TV version. There were a lot of scenes I didn't get to see as a kid when you know it was on the VHS version, but on TV they cut a lot of scenes out, especially the violence. So it was just not the same. I like watching movies uncut. So streaming, you shouldn't censor a movie on Disney Plus. It doesn't make any sense. Santa Claus, afraid not. He's going to be in Dune Part 2. I'm very happy about that. That he's getting doing another franchise. But Florence, fuck you, and also who else? Who else is in the movie? I forgot. But oh yeah, Austin Butler. Yeah, you're not going to ruin the movie for me. Oh, but you can. Oh, but you will. That gift box is kind of cool. That's a nice touch. Burton just has a style that no one else can do. Other directors try to be gothic, and they just can't be like Burton. I haven't seen Scarface, the 1982 movie. I have to see it, but it's really, really crass. Here come the clowns. It's like Ghost Rider, right? That. There's the monkey. The real monkey too is not CGI. There's not a lot of CG in this movie. They don't make films like this anymore. And that guy was in Full House. Definitely one of the Al Pacino's best and most iconic movies. I used to. This introduction is one of the best that Batman's ever had. Just Keaton turning and the signal is right behind him. That's awesome. That's one of the best images in any Batman movie right here. Yes, that's awesome. That is Bat freaking Batman right there. He's not even in the costume yet, and I feel his essence. So just like that was missing in the first movie. I love the first movie. It's one of my favorite Batman movies, but I wanted to see that, and you don't get that till the end of the movie, the bat signal. Robert didn't get the signal either, but he's going to get it soon because. And there's the Batmobile, the best Batmobile, by the way. I did like the new one in the Batman, but this is the classic Batmobile you see in every Six Flags. Mm-hmm. Al Pacino's best and most iconic roles. Yeah, I've heard. I'm going to see it. It's just really long and it's really crass. He says the F word every 2 seconds, seems like. But I'm going to watch it because I'm an adult now. I couldn't watch that movie as a kid. Oh, God, no. I probably would be afraid of gangsters for the rest of my life if I saw that. Or is this devil clown that gets burned? Ironic. That's where your affiliations are going to go. To hell, Hollywood. To hell with your freaking gay agendas. We got to put gay stuff in kids' movies. This isn't a kids' movie, and there's nothing gay in it. So suck it. Burton never puts a gay character in his movies. You know why? Gay's not gothic. So say hello to my little friend. I know, yes, it's an iconic line. I've seen the original Scarface from the 30s. It's a different movie. It's not as violent. It's less crass. You got to see the 30s version. This is Batman, man. He doesn't kill. Well, this one he does. Again, it's in self defense. It's not like he's a murderer. Like the Punisher kills, whether it's self defense or not. Yeah, this is where your affiliations are going to go. He turns around and he burns him with his exhaust port. That is badass. Foreshadowing Hollywood. Burn in hell! Yeah! Ugh! That is such a good stun. Yeah, I know, guys. I know. I could be a little bit too much, but again, that's where you're gonna go, right? You and your stupid affiliations. Warner Brothers doesn't pander as much, but Disney does. They won't stop. That's the problem. And she calls him the Batman. Wink, wink. 30 years later, we get a kick-ass Batman movie I did not expect to like. He's like, bitch, please. No, he didn't. Batman doesn't miss. That's awesome. He doesn't say a word, and I feel his essence. Keaton's still the best Batman on film. Yes, sir. I heard Minions: The Rise of Gru beat Lightyear. Yes, it did, because it's kid friendly. DC Super Pets, please stay a kids movie. You don't have to make everything adult. You don't have to preach to children about accepting differences. There's different animals in that movie. Just keep your message subtle. Don't shove it in my face. Please. I'm begging you. When I was a kid, I never had to be taught about homosexuals because I don't care. I'm not one. I know what I am. I like girls, and there's a girl in this movie. There's no girl clowns, which is weird because, this girl. Hell yeah. Yeah, I love the way he just disappears. Me too. The classic Batmobile. Yeah, you're not gonna beat it. I had that toy when I was a kid, and I loved it. The guy who plays the clown in Batman Returns, who says "Holding Selena, you missed," is Brainscombe Richmond, who you've probably seen in a lot of action films. I gotta look him up. Hold on. I think I have seen his face before. He has like two lines, and you remember it. See, you don't have to have Taika Waititi. Less is more. Korg doesn't have to say a stupid joke every 2 minutes in Thor: Love and Thunder. He was funny in Ragnarok, making him gay and going, "Oh mate, look, it's your weapon right there." And I'm like, please stop doing that. Just stop. This is why you sucked in Lightyear, because you can't shut the fuck up. Here, the villains have enough screen time and dialogue to leave an impact. They don't have to have a line every 2 seconds. Batman doesn't have a line until Commissioner Gordon talks to him. It's called, less is more. Actions speak louder than words. Just saying. When Natalie Portman showed up as Mighty Thor, that's all you needed. You didn't have to give her like 10 lines of dialogue in that scene. It's great. I love those penguins. Let me check who that guy is. It's a great. Yeah, it's great. They transformed Danny DeVito. I don't see Danny DeVito. I see the penguin. He was before Colin Farrell. Plus, the penguin's not supposed to be a tall guy. He's supposed to be short because he's, stout. He was in Action Jackson, The Perfect Weapon, Showdown Little Tokyo, Death Warrant, and many others. I'm going to look him up, though. Oh, yeah, it was. Morbius was a bad dream. Resting comfortably. Dying from the carcinogens. And it was good to see this penguin, this version of the penguin in Space Jam: A New Legacy. Our poetic justice. You tell me. Yeah, he does the wah like the 60s Batman. I love this movie. I could quote it for days. People like it's too dark, but the first movie was dark. It wasn't like it just came out of nowhere. What's his name? Branscombe Richmond. It's a weird name, Branscombe. I never heard that name before. I've heard of Richmond because it's a city in Virginia, but not. Yeah, I miss Stan Winston's effects, man. I miss his makeup effects and his practical effects. He's an American character actor. Is he Asian? Yeah, I think he's Asian. Yeah, I didn't notice that he was Asian because you in Batman Forever you had Don the Dragon Wilson as a painted fiend. Oh God, it's on my mantle. Get the picture? No, just gives you a splitting headache. He was also in Mortal Kombat. I think he was the one that died in the beginning, right? No, he was an additional crew. He was in Hard to Kill, The Scorpion King. He's a good actor. I do like him. He's in his 60s now, yeah. August. His birthday's next week. To reemerge. Well, it's not next. It's next Sunday is his birthday. They Live. Still an actor, too. He's doing a Rambo fan film. Oh, yeah, he was in Finding Ohana, but man, that movie was a waste of time. He was also in Hard to Kill as one of the bad guys. He's done some good work. He's done a lot of good work. I like a lot of these movies because I like more. I like Scorpion King. Hard to Kill, I think, is decent. I just don't like the girl in it. He was also in Power Rangers. He was in Power Rangers Wild Force. One episode of that. Good work, sir. And like I said, stop beating up on Asians, people. They didn't do anything to you. You know, they're just as friendly as you can imagine. I know. One of them gave me a PCR test last year, and she didn't hurt me. What else has he done? He did Commando. He was Vega in Commando. Oh yeah, this is Nickelodeon slime of toxic waste. That is not toxic waste. That is clearly Nickelodeon slime. It was in a Beauty and the Beast episode, The Hidden. Yeah, he's done some really good work. Oh, yeah, I just love Danny DeVito. A lot of tape and a little patience make all the difference. He also was in Kindergarten Cop, Hero, and the Terror, and Firewalker. I'm looking it up. Good, good. Hi, Max. Remember me? I'm Fred's hand. Oh, that's so dark, but it cracks me up. Was he in Kindergarten Cop? I'm looking it up. I don't think he is. Maybe he did a stunt work in that. Let me see. He wasn't in the cast in that. Additional crew. Moana, he was an additional voice. Maybe he did stunt work in that movie because, yeah, it's a fake hand, so it doesn't get an R rating because it's not a real hand. It's stunt. Stunts. Three Net Dinners Knuckle Up. He did, was he in Kindergarten Cop? I'm looking it up. 1990, right? Yeah, he did stunt work for Kindergarten Cop. He wasn't a character in that. He probably did the stunts for some of the guys that Arnold shoots in that movie. There's a real cat. Yeah, real. Not the god awful CGI cats from Catwoman 2004. Oh my god. And you don't give cats milk because it's bad for the digestive system. I didn't know that until my sister told me that. You give them water, you don't give them milk. This is a good movie. Like, it's dark. Firewalker I haven't seen because I'm not a Chuck Norris fan. That was like the last R-rated movie he did until he was just, stuck to doing television and G-rated stuff in comparison. Yeah, I remember he was in Kindergarten Cop as a thug when Arnold kicks the fence. Yeah, he's not a character. He's just a stuntman in that. He doesn't have a character name in that. not an appendage. I think Michelle Pfeiffer is coming back for Ant Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And I appreciate she has a pink phone. That's one of the few things in the movie that has color, because this movie has a lot of blood and darkness, like dark black colors. But again, it's a Burton movie. Even her outfit is brown. It's like dark brown. Yeah, kids, this is what you call an answering machine, something that nobody has anymore. Now you got instant message and whatever. Back in the 90s, that was a big deal because you would get messages from that. Also, she had a yellow pages, which people don't know what that is now. It's basically like a phone book. You would check out emergency numbers there. I know because I was a kid once, and I used to use those things to order pizza. Is also Native American who's Spanish and Portuguese. I thought he was Asian. Silly me. He looks Asian though. How industrious. Still a good actor though. At least he didn't have a stupid accent like freaking Sofia Vergara. Oh wait. Let me just shut this off. I don't want to kill the battery. Yeah, he pushes her out a freaking window. Capacitor. Her sister is also very beautiful. Uh, what was it? What's her name? Not Diane. What was her name? Dee Dee Pfeiffer. Yeah, her sister. I watched her in a bunch of things in the '90s as well. It's my legacy. It's mine. And Cameron Bekandova, who played Selena in Gotham, looks just like her. It's crazy how much she looks like her. It was like I think they cast her because of how much she looks like Michelle Pfeiffer, just different eye colors and race, but she looks just like her. She's blonde. It's like, huh? Gotcha. Hmm. Yep, right out the window. And he's like, "Oh, I pushed her out a window. That's fine." Well, he was wearing gloves, so he wouldn't have gotten caught. My brother watched Kindergarten Cop. Yes, I also saw that movie as a kid. I know I wasn't supposed to because it was PG-13. It was one of Arnold's less violent films compared to his R-rated stuff in the '80s. But I saw it as a kid. I couldn't do this scene because I'm allergic to cats. So is Brie Larson. That's why the cat in Captain Marvel is either CG or it's a puppet when it's near her face because she can't touch cats. I'm allergic to cats. That's why I can't pet cats. And I know cats are very cuddly, but I have a pet puppy who's just as cuddly, and she will never harm me. Those are real cats too. They're not. Yeah, they're like playing tag with her. They're right in front of her face. They're nipping on her fingers. Yeah. So the orange cat Garfield is like, See, that's another scene that they would cut in the TV version. They would just cut to her getting up. She looks awful here. The makeup effects, they did a good job. She looks like a zombie. Look. Ugh. Looks like she looks as pale as like Kristen Stewart in the fourth Twilight movie. Like she's so pale. She looked like a dead body in that. Have you seen The Taking of Beverly Hills? No, I haven't seen it because it's hard to find on Blu-ray. It's one of those movies that fell into obscurity, and then when they finally release it in high definition, they you can see it. I could stream it someday. They have it on BFlix. I can watch it there for August because there's a lot of movies I missed that I want to watch in August. Milk, it does your body good. I remember those commercials in the 90s. Not a, it's not a name brand milk because they didn't. There's no product placement in this movie. The Diet Coke did a product placement for this movie back in the 90s, but it's not in the movie. Burton didn't want to do any product placement to distract people, mostly. Take that, you phone. Nobody uses that anymore. I guess Disney isn't as great as it once was. No, it's not. I'm not seeing any more of their films this year in the theater. I'm going to stick watching old stuff on Disney Plus and not seeing their gay stuff. I mean it this time because I'm tired of it. Every time I see one of their new logos, I just cringe. I'm not taking a picture of their Disney Plus logo at Comic-Con. I'm just going to ignore it and just keep going because I don't want to go through that. I'm not supporting garbage anymore. Take that, Glass. She does a Kylo Ren before Kylo Ren, but here it makes sense. She's upset. With Kylo, he just does it because reasons, because he's a spoiled little brat. She has black spray can like the NWO. Yeah, this is a foreshadowing to the NWO in 1996 and 97, 98. A leather jacket, yeah. Danny Elfman's score is fantastic here. Thoughts on Charles Bronson movies? I've seen 4 of the Death Wish films and some other films that he's done that he made a cameo in, but I haven't seen the 5th Death Wish or some of his other stuff from like the 70s and 80s, like the original Mechanic. I haven't seen that one. I have to see him because he was a legend. I miss him a lot. Haven't done any of his films. I got to do one of the Death Wish movies. I don't have the original because it's so dark. Oh my god, that movie makes this movie look like a Disney movie in comparison. Because the first 20 minutes, his wife and his daughter get raped and killed, and I'm like, oh my god, they would never do that in a movie today. That's not even in the remake because again, it was just too much. People are so people are so overly sensitive now that if they see any rape in a movie, they're like, "Oh my god, how dare you!" Even though Netflix promotes that with 365 days, the first movie is basically that. The sequel, not so much, but it's still dirty. And the last movie's coming out in August, and I'm not seeing it. No, Josh, I don't see movies where women are just being held up against their will. Just not for me. In a sexual way, not in a movie like in a superhero movie or something like that. Miss Kitty. You get a glimpse of her from a distance. Yeah. Yeah, I love how he puts his fingers to the manhole. He did a lot of underrated classics from Canon. Yeah, I know. Murphy's Law. Yeah, I got to see those. 10 to Midnight Assassination, Messenger of Death, and Kinjite. And these clowns are more darker looking than the ones in Batman '89. They have like gray makeup instead of white. Yeah, it's cute. Hmm. Yeah, it's a little red snowsuit. That duck is cute. I remember how hard it was in the video game. Batman Returns, the Super Nintendo video game. Wow, especially in the hardest setting. Which yes, I did beat the game in the hardest setting because I'm that skilled. This music again is great, man. Da, 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 da. He doesn't like the flashing cameras. Eh? That baby's probably my sister's age now, if it's still alive. So what you're saying is every last Disney movie when I was infested with agendas. Well, not all of them, but most of them. Most of them, they're either terrible films or they're just gay. And I'm like, I don't want it, Disney. I don't want it. Thoughts on Hong Kong cinema is well done when it's not boring. Yeah, why? And Keaton and DeVito's such a legendary actor. I watched a lot of his films when I was a kid. Twins, Hercules. You know his voice acting. In Space Jam, the first Space Jam, and many since in a sewer. He does find them. Hall of Records. Yeah, that's a good sign. Yeah, because a lot of these places in Gotham were made for on the set. They weren't real places. Yeah. What about the freedom? The freedom to your roots with dignity and privacy. Yeah. And by the way, yes, this is what people did to find out who they were before the internet existed. Now you have like that website where they have uh, where you can find out what kind of race you are. Even the Batman suit from King was best looking. Yeah, it is. It's not too bulky. The hat's not too big like that. In the Batman, yeah, the cowl, the mask is a little bit too small. I don't know. It just looks kind of strange. Hopefully, they'll change that in the next movie. It looked a little bit off. Not terrible, but it is better than Batman, and Robin's cowl, but still. The rest of the suit was pretty good. Yeah, this, ladies and gentlemen, you Gen Z, these are called newspapers. Yeah, these are this is what was how you found out information before the internet. Oh yeah, that's supposed to be cold. It's vice. It's supposed to be cold. Yeah, it's not oatmeal. Hmm. And a circus. No, there's a lot of them. It's funny because I just did Homecoming a few days ago, and he was the villain in that, the Vulture. Now here he's Batman. Yeah, can't wait to do. How do you write a script for Batman and Robin? You don't give it to Warner Brothers. You don't rush it in 2 years. This is a great shot. Him just driving slowly without making noise in the snow. There's a lot of snow in the movie because it's supposed to be winter. He's doing the Batman voice, yeah. And it's a lot better than Bale's like, I'm Batman. Yeah, that voice is just it's laughable. It always was, even in Batman Begins. It's the least laughable there, but in The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, it's too much. It's too raspy. You know. Oh, this is the scene where the penguin is going to the cemetery. I guess Lightyear is gay as characters just to say representation again. Yes, and it failed. And I'm not watching it this year because of what they did. Pixar was never had to pander to the LGB in any movie. Not even in Toy Story 3, and they almost had that there, but with Ken, but it wasn't gay in the movie. A little flamboyant, yeah, but not gay. Oh, that music is triumphant, man. Tucker and Esther Cobblepot. And he doesn't say a word. It's just they let the atmosphere of the movie tell the story. It was 33 years later, Penguin. If you got out of if you were found 10 years earlier, they would still be around. It's great, man. It's just so this movie has so much atmosphere. And people say it's horrible. No, it it knows how to be a Batman movie, but it knows how to be also a comic book movie with all these grandiose set pieces and makeup and the freaking music is just bombastic, man. I miss movies like that. When music can tell the story. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I have a name. Yep. Ozzy in the new one, but it's Oswald Cobblepot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thoughts on Audrey Hepburn? Not a fan. And they treated me like number two. The fear, the unusual. Yeah, that's probably why people are not into Burton's movies because they're weird. I loved the new Alice in Wonderland, the one he did in 2010, because yes, it was dark, but it's not gay. It's very colorful, and I love that. I love Mia Wasikowska is the hottest Alice I have ever seen in my life. Period. He made a very pale Australian chick into the hottest Alice, and oh, she's emo. It's Tim freaking Burton. Emo is in his lifeblood, guys. That line makes no sense. No, he's more like a penguin. Oh, yeah, this guy gets sliced into pieces, man. Yeah, that suit must have been really uncomfortable to wear. Yeah, yeah. Tic tac toe. Ooh, man, right in the eyes. I'm gonna squish you. If this was a Catwoman movie now, she would probably kiss this girl because reasons, because Batwoman failed because of that. We get it. She's a girl. You don't have to shoehorn that in. This is an awesome stunt, by the way. Boom, 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 boom. Really, really cool. You saw there was an elf sweeping. I didn't notice that there were elves sweeping there. Yeah, I love the way this movie looks, and it doesn't try to act like it's not a comic book movie. Yeah, we're about almost an hour in, and I didn't even feel it because again, I love this movie. I watched it when I was a kid, and as an adult, I appreciate a lot more of it because it knows how to be loud and it knows when to be quiet. That's one reason I enjoyed the Batman. It took a lot of notes from this movie. It has Catwoman in it, and it has Penguin in it, even though he's not the main villain, and it has ambiance and beautiful visuals and an amazing score for the movie. What it was, I forgot who did the score in the Batman. I forgot. It wasn't Hans Zimmer this time. It was somebody else. You think you could stop 15 rounds with Muhammad Shrek? Oh, I love when he says, "Crime boss, Mister." That man is so New York, just like me. He doesn't say Mister. He says Mister. He has that nice accent to it. I love it. He's so good. He is going to be amazed. Like, I am in Dune it for 3 hours. That's going to be great. I can't wait. He's going to steal. She looks hot with that frizzy hair. This is when Cameron Becandova looks just like Selena Kyle. She looks just like that. The music from Batman Returns is so epic. Yeah, I just feel the emotion in just a few notes. That frizzy hair is so cute. I would love to touch it. This is Bruce Wayne. Yeah, actually, yes, he did. He did meet her because he saved her from that clown, and she can sing. She sang in Hairspray with Christopher Walken as well. A few years later, like 15 years later, Superman needs to come back, but if they keep Cavill, when obviously needs to lighten them up, yeah, and stop putting the costume in dark and that fat S. I don't like that fat S. I like that in League of Super Pets they made Superman symbol the Kingdom Come Superman symbol, not that dark, that big fat S, which I don't like. I don't like that symbol. I prefer the classic look. Oh, you're nuts, yeah. And it's crazy how they're both in the same universe. He's Vulture and she's uh was it Hope Van Dyne or Jane Van Dyne? I forgot. Hope's mother in Quantumania in both Ant-Man and the Wasp and Quantumania. So yeah, I would love for them to meet up again. I'm leaving. The middle of the movie, Batman doesn't show up until like later in the film when with the Ice Princess and all that. But there's enough screen time for him. You don't have to wait an hour. Dark Knight Rises took way too long to put Batman into the movie. That's one of the problems I had. The movie's way too long, and yet they have to wait 45 minutes to see Batman. I'm like, guys, the Batman showed him in the first 5 minutes. There's no excuse. No excuse, Nolan. Pacing is not your best suit. That's why all your movies are like 2.5 hours. Except for Dunkirk, most of his movies are way too long. At least Matt Reeves has an excuse. Warner Brothers wanted this big blockbuster Batman movie for the first time since the Zack Snyder film. That he crossed over because Snyder never made a Batman movie by himself. He had to put Batman with Superman so that they could fight. Yeah, you have that little puppy. Good to have a family. I don't like surprises. He gives them a fish. It's like, give me that. But yeah, I gotta eat an apple now. Mm. Oh, this actor is Jan Hooks. Yeah, she passed away a few years ago. Rest in peace. You got the magic. Yeah, Disney, you lost the magic. After Luca, you should have just stopped. I would have been happy not getting another Pixar movie for 5 years because if you're going to make them gay, go screw yourselves. Gayness doesn't tell a story. If it's not needed, don't put in there. Hey, this girl looks like Katie Steinfeld. Yeah. Yeah, this is when he gives him the. There she is. Rest in peace. I miss her a lot. She was on Third Rock from the Sun. Yeah. She was Southern. I miss her a lot. She died out of nowhere. I was like, what? I think she had cancer. Yeah, cancer sucks, man. I hate it. She was also on SNL in the early days. Oh, this guy gets it big. Ooh, man, he gets the most brutal, the most brutal, attack in the whole movie. Oh, yes, and I saw this as a kid. Could be worse. My nose could be gushing blood. Yeah, this makes me cringe every time I see it. Oh my god! You hear the crunch too. Oh my god! Yeah, and that didn't kill him. He assaulted a man. He did worse than Will Smith. Will Smith just sucker punched somebody. This he bit a guy's almost all his nose off. I'm like, jeez. I know exactly why Wreck-It Ralph, Frozen, Big Hero 6, Moana, Zootopia, and worked. None of them needed to pander. No, it's gorgeous animation, good songs when they're there, and they're telling a story. Yeah, they try. It's my French flipper trick. Tell a story. Stop trying to put your freaking LGB rainbow in my face. I don't want to see it. Stop global warming. Start global cooling. Make the world a giant icebox. I love the script. It's so like big, It's not the typical superhero movie. Your table is ready, Mayor Capopat. I need you, Oswald. I need you now. That's the biggest parasol. By the way, I didn't know what a parasol was until I played some Mario RPG. It's a daytime umbrella that people use for sunlight. Yeah. I love that. Yes, I like this movie more than Thor: Love and Thunder. You know why? It doesn't have a stupid joke every 2 minutes. I love the film, but because of Natalie Portman and Chris Hemsworth. Without them, the movie would have sucked. Honestly. Because the Guardians are not in the film that much. I do like Valkyrie, but she's weird. Also, you forgot the Toy Story movies. They didn't need to pander either. Burn, baby, burn! Yeah, Disney, burn. Because you don't know how to tell a story anymore. I definitely agree with you. Dark Knight trilogy took Batman way too long. Yeah, it takes too long. I don't need to wait an hour, Nolan. We get it. You want to be more realistic? Well, see the Batman. You don't have to wait an hour to see him. Other characters, yeah, like John Turturro's Falcone, he takes a while. But here's the thing. With Batman, we don't want to wait an hour. This scene is awesome, by the way. There's some product placement here. Canon. It's not global warming. It's global cooling. Yes, sir. Here we go. That's still better than let's kick some ice. Definitely, it's not a pun. There's a discount store. There was a little bit of product placement, but it's in the background. It's mostly cameras and things. Take that, tall clown. That's a black clown. Oh yeah, I love this fight scene. Is Batman fighting these guys by himself, kicking their asses? Bazooka guy, nunchuck guy, whatever that is, and then some goth lady with a puppy. This is great. He does this awesome. He has the best. He has the coolest toys, Batman. Oh yeah. Dun, dun. Ow. The lady's like, bye. She doesn't say a word until the third act of the movie. Shing, bam. Great. Yeah, he takes that ticking time bomb and he blows up the big muscle guy. He was a pain in the game in Batman Returns. And that cat looks like Felix the Cat. No, there's no ice puns in this movie. Like, he doesn't do penguin puns. It's still taken seriously. Automotive, yeah. Sporting goods. That leather outfit, it looks like a BDSM outfit, but that's why you can't wear it too much. Yeah. That's why in Dark Knight Rises and in the Batman, the costume was way less tight because they didn't want Anne Hathaway and Zoe Kravitz to like dehydrate or something. What Danny DeVito villain is better, Penguin or Swackhammer? No, definitely Penguin because Swackhammer's not in the film that much. He doesn't really do anything. He's a good voice, but the thing is, the Monstars do most of the damage in that movie. Not really him. He just is in the background. That's why in the second Space Jam, I like that. Algae Rhythm is a main villain. He doesn't disappear for an hour, and then he comes back. I love this. There's a Wilhelm screen. Yeah, the ah. Yeah, I love this scene. He's like, surprise, Doc. He pulls a Bugs Bunny on him and put. Yep, yep. Keaton is the only Batman that can smile and not look stupid. Yeah, I know that. So Swackhammer doesn't try to destroy Looney Tunes. No, he doesn't really do anything. He sends the Nerdlucks to capture the Looney Tunes and then steal the basketball players' talents, and then that's it. And then he shows up in the third act in the basketball game, shakes hands with Michael Jordan, and then that's it. Then he gets sent to space, and that's it. He doesn't really have much of a character when you think about it. I love this scene. What's up, Jay Shaz? You just made it. We're about an hour to the movie. We're doing Batman Returns this time. Mayor's stuff. Things change. I know, DC. I know. I know. You've pandered enough too, but thankfully the Flash won't be like that next year. It's a great scene, man. There's just two people talking, and then Catwoman shows up. Think you'll win, do you? Things change, sir. This is a great scene. We got all three of them in the same scene. Wow, you're hot. A nice explosion, real explosion, by the way, not CG. And it's short. It's not 5 minutes long like a Michael Bay movie. I saw her first. Gotta fly. I love that. That's great. There he goes. Those statues are cool. Batman Returns or Batman 89. It's hard to pick because they're both amazing films. I saw the 89 film more. See, if this was done today, the feminists would just have an orgasm. Wow, a woman beating up a man. Yep, he hits her, and she throws that in his face. I know. I've noticed that it's in your name, and so is Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn. I know they're women. That's why I'm attracted to them. You know, when girls mostly dress up as those characters. I know. Thank you for telling me that. Hmm. Yep, he threw a chemical on her arm. It was a napalm. Yeah, she can't climb the building. She's not really a cat. He saved her. She has a red lipstick, like really red. So the Monstars does all the work while Swag Hammer does the whole movie. He's just sit back lazy. Yeah, he does. It's not Danny DeVito's fault. It just there's so many characters in that first Space Jam movie that they don't have enough time to develop him. That's why the sequel they give the villain more screen time. That I appreciate. Right in the rib area. You saw there was a homeless a person on the fire escape looking. He saw the whole thing. Or sand. Yeah, it's stuck in his rib area. See, he's vulnerable. He's not superhuman like Superman can't even get hurt with conventional weapons. No, not really. Great scene. Yes, he gropes a girl's breast in this, but it's not like squeezing it like this. That girl Eagle Scouts into crazed clowns and happy homemakers into Catwomen. That's a weird speech. Yeah. This guy, he looks like Tom Skerritt or what's his name? Tom Atkins. Yeah. Yep. This is when he gropes her. Oh my, okay. Nah. Here, wear a button. Yep. Titties. Groping people. He just steals it, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, this is an innuendo, guys. But again, PG-13. This is not a kids' movie. Just a pussy. I've been look. Yes, sir. You are not wrong. Mm. Mm-hmm. Fiction. Other sorts of fashion. So does Penguin and Catwoman actually make out in bed? No, they don't. Scented or unscented? Mm. History, yeah. Well, they disassemble his Batmobile and turn it into an H bomb on wheels. Yeah, that costume must have been a pain in the ass to make. Because look how tight it is. It's like nothing but leather. It's like a freaking gimp outfit, but for a woman. That's why people don't spend a lot of time in those in leather. And that's a real bird, by the way. Cat broad, yeah. But Catwoman does lick Penguin's face. No, she doesn't lick his face. She licks Batman's face. Look at those teeth, the Jack Sparrow teeth. Wait, my apple. Forgot to get my apple. That's a real bird, by the way. It's not. It's not CGI. There's barely any CG in this movie. They went a little overboard with the CG in the later films, Forever, and Batman and Robin, and also even Batman v Superman. I'm like, we get it. You have a bigger budget now. You don't need to throw video game CG in my face all the time. You know what was the best scene in Batman v Superman? When the warehouse scene, because there's not a lot of CG. He's just going to town on these guys. Apple. No, she licks her costume. Mm-hmm. Hey, Electric Dino. Mm. If Caitlin Deaver does that, I'm gonna marry her like right away. If she licks herself, oh my god. Mm-hmm. Look, she's looking at a Macy's display. I miss Christopher Reeve. Yeah, I do too. Batman blows it. Meows. Blows it. On Christmas Day in the morning. Yeah, we all do. That guy was coughing. Hello, blonde beauty. Mm. Ah! Yep, he hit her right in the head, man. Oof. At least they don't show it, so I don't need to see like blood splatting all over the place because I'm like, we get it. The movie's dark, Tim Burton. Hmm. This is a mention. They mentioned Vicky Vale in this movie, so it's canon. Yeah, Vicky is canon. They had to reference her because they had to reference something from the first movie. Mm. Mm. See, that's the attraction that I see. Hetero. Oh, but whoa, daddy. At least she didn't go any lower. It's like, ow! Yeah, and he touches her arm with that short frizzy hair. I love it. Look at that makeup. Yeah, yeah. You saw you almost tripped. That was for real. Excuse me. Hmm. They, great minds think alike. Hmm. Hmm. I miss you, Michael Goff. He's a good actor. He's a really good. You know, Burton really know how to use him. Even in Batman and Robin, he wasn't the problem with the movie. He's the only one that has a heart in that movie that's not cracking a joke every 2 minutes. Hold on, I gotta throw this away. Oof. I was sitting for a while now. There's the suit. There's the cowl. Yep, and the boots, of course. And don't forget the boots. And then he just walks out like a boss. Hell yeah, buddy. That's the that's the suit that I'm gonna remember forever, man. See, that's CG in the movie. The CG shell that they put around the Batmobile. That's the probably the only CG in the movie mainly, because most of it is a lot of practical. You know, the costumes and the makeup and the sets. Have the situation well at hand. Yeah, and they hacked the Batman the Batmobile. See, this is CG, but it's they had CG now because in '89 they didn't. That fat clown was also in Casper Meets Wendy. On my nose. Have you heard of Bullet Train? Yes. The movie 6 coming out next week? Yeah. Never heard of the anime though. Because I'm like I never heard of it. You know, I just didn't because I don't see every anime. Monkey Man. Pooey. That guy looks like Rob Zombie, right? The clown with the mustache and the long hair. He looks like Rob Zombie. It's weird, and he was not a director yet. He was just doing music at that time. I haven't been fed all day. Yeah, she does take the girl away, but it's not what you think, guys. Like I said, if this was Batwoman or Harley Quinn, it'd be a different story. Yeah, they easily could have put a stupid kiss in this movie, but they didn't do that because again, Burton is trying to tell a story, not throw a bone to these people that don't matter in films. Agendas do not freaking matter. The only agenda that matters in a film is being entertained, and am I entertained? Yes, I am. And this movie's not too long either. Lawn dart. Yes, I remember those things. Those are very dangerous. I don't know why they made those for kids. Do your thing. Yeah, those are CGI as well as. No, she didn't. She fell. Yeah, this is CG. Yeah, the bats and the Batmobile's shell. My favorite Tim Burton Batman villains are Joker, Two Face, Harley Quinn, Man Bat, Killer Croc, Clayface, the Riddler, and Mister Freeze. Well, there's a couple you missed, but yes, it is. Nummy. He's like, He knocks her right into a bush. Yeah. That's great. She breaks a middle finger. That's great. Those wings. Yeah, it's a right hand. Yeah, this film has a lot going for it. It's got way more going for it than some other Batman movies I've seen, or Superman movies, for instance. Actually, say Monkey Man? No, I was saying that. That's just a reference to Hey Arnold. Yeah, she's like, even she's horrified by this because, like, those people didn't do anything. Trending. Your Beauty and the Beast. When Christmas get back. Yeah, he's great. He just delves into this character, man. I'm not seeing Danny DeVito. I'm seeing the Penguin. You know, a darker take on the Penguin that's not from the '60s show, going with the purple hat and all that. Into the bedroom, twitching your little tail. You're allowed to say Manx. Oof. Yeah. Look at those backgrounds. Yeah. She fell into a greenhouse. Wink, wink. For a future Batman villain. And we don't see Selina for a while until the third act when she we see her in the scene where he exposes Penguin for being a fraud, and then we don't see her in the Catwoman suit until the third act. Because the Penguin is the main villain. Him and Max Schreck are the main villains. Don't adjust your sets. See, I have this game. Look, it's great. It's a great game. Cobblepot. School of Driving. Gentlemen, start your screaming. I love that. His dialogue is just so great. I love it. I love that he just doesn't care if he looks silly or not. DeVito's having the time of his life doing this. I mean, I don't know how much fun he had on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but here he's just over the top. But while he's not the Joker, he's still his own villain. Like, he's not copying the Joker. With Tom Lee Jones as Two-Face, yeah, he was trying to copy Jack Nicholson. I'm like, you're not Jack Nicholson. Great actor, but you're not Jack Nicholson. Time to mention this, but my license is expired. Yeah, he's playing on that. He puts a CD in there, yeah. Relax. I'll take care of the squealing, wretched pinhead puppets of Gotham. This is like the "I got you" scene in the Batman, but in that one, he catches up with Penguin and stops him. Here, he just, I love that. It's like he's playing a video game. He's having the time of his life. I like when a villain is having fun in a movie. It makes me have fun. Shrek and his last name is a green ogre. Yeah, no, it's spelled differently. This Shrek has a C in his name, not just a K. It's spelled differently, but it's the same name. Yeah. I played this stinking city like a harp from hell. That's a great line, and you hear it more later. See the back computer foreign object. It's at the bottom hood. And I appreciate that it's swirling like the penguins. Like the penguins. Hypnotizing umbrella. He can't ride anymore. I love this. He's like, shut the fuck up. I love that. He punches the screen. I'm like, yeah, he doesn't care. It's like, just shut up, please. Funny. Yeah, he turns smaller. The Batmobile, this is a great visual effect, by the way. This is the only other vehicle he has until the end of the movie when he has that Bat boat, the Bat jet ski. This is awesome. I love this. That's great. He could go through a little alley wall. That's great. That's awesome. We don't get to see it again, but we did. That was cool. He didn't even lose a limb, an eyeball, bladder control. Hold on. I love this speech. It cracks me up, man. It's like safety of our fair city. Did the mayor have a plan? I want you to vote for a bird man. Get into the Batcave again. First movie. You saw that was the Dory from Finding Nemo. That the same fish. Mm-hmm. For personal glory? No. Mm. I love this. This is great. Like it was a CD. Yep. Don't underestimate the power of a CD. Watch. Oh my god, he gets exposed. That's the worst, man. When a politician gets exposed for the rat they are. I didn't say that. You gotta admit, I played this stinking city. I love that. He says it. I love what? Mm-hmm. Did he? I love that. Selena's not amused. She just leaves. I played this stinking city. Yeah. You ever say that, they'll turn on you. Hmm. Even that black guy is pissed off. Yeah, they throw tomatoes and why is there's always someone who brings eggs and tomatoes to a speech? He shoots at them. See, not a kids movie. I don't know why he had to dive on that guy. He could have just ran away. Oh, I love when he just jumps into he commits suicide and jumps into the water. I'm like, what was he thinking? Watch, there he is. Watch, he pushes that couple out of the way and he jumps off. I'm like, yeah, this movie has no shame, man. I know he's diving, but still, if this was a regular man, he'd be committing suicide and be like, man, that's messed up. Yeah, here comes the third act of the movie, guys. I love this. I don't know. I just crack up when he does that. It's like when the penguin jumps off the boat in the submarine in Batman '66. It's hilarious because he can't fight anymore, so he just jumps off. Real penguins and people in suits as well. Yeah, take that, clown. That's well. It's penguin. I am not a human being. I am an animal. Cold blooded. Yeah, please. Yeah, this plot doesn't go anywhere. They kidnap the children. Batman saves them, and that's it. It's not really. It's not really a big plot device, and it's just to make the plot move forward. I admit that. In their safe crypts, soft, and we will snatch them. Jeesh. Like I said, this movie has no remorse. No, it's a lot. Yeah, in the TV version, he doesn't get killed off. No, it's a lot. It's a lot, yeah. And good thing penguins don't eat meat. They don't eat human flesh like crocodiles or alligators. There's actually songs made for this movie. Yeah, in the final act. Super freak, super freak. Everybody's wearing a mask, kind of like now with COVID. Except these are masks to cover your eyes, not your mouth. So, goody goody. The city doesn't matter who's mayor. Yawn. Hmm. It's a lot of good cat masks and costumes here. Yeah, take that, 50 Shades Darker. What's it called? No, it's at the very end of the movie. I forgot what it was called. Mm. You got to check at the end of end credits. There's no post credit scene here, so I guess I could check at the end. Hmm. Face to face, I think so. So there's a bear mask. Mm. Betting. So am I. Tired of wearing masks inside of a theme park or inside of a restaurant or a supermarket or store. That's the gun from Back to the Future Part 3. Marlon Wayans was originally considered for the role of Robin in Batman Returns, but Robin was scrapped because the movie was already he had too many characters already, and also Two Face was scrapped until the next movie because in the first film they set up Harvey Dent, Billy D. Williams, and he doesn't turn into Two Face until the third movie, and he's recast. It's almost 1 o'clock. Yeah. Yep. Uh-oh. You wipes her tears away. That's nice. Mm-hmm. Good thing that they did go outside, or they would gotten blown up, or got some burns on their face because this explosion's insane, man. It comes out of nowhere, and unlike a Michael Bay movie, it serves the plot because it's Penguin didn't wanted to make a grand entrance because he doesn't. Subtlety is not Penguin's thing in this movie. He is not subtle in this movie. That's a great entrance. You didn't invite me, so I crashed. Right now, my troops are fanning across town for your children. Yes, your children. But you left defenseless at home, so you can dress up like jerks, get juiced, and dance badly. He just steals the movie, man. He's great. Kyle Massey, Jason. Yeah, I don't care about those cast members. Classic film collector. I didn't like Corey in the House. Okay, I'm not talking about it. Robin was going to be black again. That wouldn't surprise. You're coming with me. You're great white dope. I love that. That's so racist, but it's funny, man. Great white dope. I say that to Liam Hemsworth all the time. This movie's funny, and they say there's also a sense of humor. This movie has dark humor in it. Not Chip. Nobody gives a shit about Chip. He doesn't. You don't see him again in the movie. So in the duck, in the duck. Did he just say that? Yes, the duck, rubber ducky. Ernie's rubber ducky from Sesame Street with a little hat. That looks like fun. That little ducky. You notice there's a mannequin right here in the window. I didn't notice that, and I've seen this movie many times. Arctic World. It is. Before their prime. You're good. I don't think you realized that I was talking about that cast of Korean. I didn't like those cast members. I'm sorry. Uh, Madison Pettis did way better when she was on Lab Rats and when she worked at The Rock in the Game Plan because she's cute, but her cuteness couldn't save that show. It was badly written. This is how you write a sequel, a continuation of a beloved franchise. That's how you do it. Corey in the House is what happens when you have shitty writers because of the writer strike. It destroyed that show because that show was supposed to come out in 2006, but they pushed it because of the writer strike, and it suffered because of it. And I'm sorry, doing accents and getting hit with a mic stand is not funny, guys. It's stupid. Disney, I don't know what they were thinking with that. That show should have gotten canceled after the first episode. But it was forgotten. So, ha. Yeah, they're only boys? Yeah. That was a black kid. Get those kids loaded already? And it's like, this is great. That shadow is great. He's like, oh, that's great. That is Batman, man. Just the shadows. He lurks in the shadows. Come with me. Yeah, that's a cute little umbrella with the little toys. At least Mark Warren and Dennis Rister were executive producers. Yeah, but they've done better. They're better. They've done better because Full House and That's So Raven actually had characters, not caricatures. Yeah, here's a note for you, Penguin. Yeah, this is what people used to write notes. The children regret they are unable to attend. Batman. Yep. He's like, I'm done. I'm gonna just throw everything at that Batman now. He gives great speeches in this movie. Danny DeVito. It's like it's like Hitler giving a speech, but it's a PG-13. Thanks to Batman. I love first, second, third, and fourth born. Why be biased? Yeah, male and female. Again, fuck you, Disney. The sexes are equal. Where the erogenous flows, blown sky high. Forward march. He's so good, man. So theatrical. That's what worked with Colin Farrell in the Batman. You gotta be big and a personality and just go with it. Don't have boring villains. Have a big villain. Burton knows how to do good villains. I'm sorry, he does. Even Nightmare Before Christmas, and he didn't direct that. He knows his style works for a big villain. It's great. This score is amazing. There's a jet ski. Because we didn't get to see the Batwing in this movie. I guess because they didn't want to copy the first film. Sorry, DC Super Pets, you're not going to top this. And I know it's getting good reviews, but like I said, a lot of DC movies have been getting pretty good reviews. Because Birds of Prey got it, and the Snyder Cut, and the Batman, and this, and then, yeah. But, remember, this is also a company that made Catwoman and Suicide Squad and freaking the 2011 Green Lantern, which I don't hate, but it's got a lot of problems. This movie's way better. At least this movie looks like a movie, not a video game. So I'm laying him on a slab. Eh. Yeah, this is dumb. You got penguins with missiles, but hey, at least they're getting something done. Whoa, boy. This would have been a cool level in the game. Being on the bad jet ski. Instead, you have to walk and beat up a bunch of more clowns to get to Arctic World. Real penguins. Wow, 100,000 people. Oh. So that statue with the eyes like this, really good architecture in this movie. That's right, penguins run. I got the court ordinance. 9, 8, 7. Something is wrong. They're retreating. Hey, John, what's up? How's it going? Batman Returns is definitely a great sequel to the first one. Keaton and Ray were all great. Yeah, and they're theatrical. They're not phoning it in, and there's a lot of, like ambiance and to their performances. It's not like, oh God, this hasn't aged well. Back to the railroad. Turn this on because I'm going to play this. I'll be back in a little bit when I'm done here. The monkey, come over here. So the monkey has the keys. Very fast. The movie's almost over, guys. The clown's like, I'm out of here. Even the girl leaves. You don't see her again. Yep, he's driving a duck. That effect looks really good, by the way. Goes through that tunnel. Yeah, he just jumps from behind. Yeah, that would have been a lame death if he just died in a crash. I would have been like, that's it? No, he deserves a better death than that. And Burton made sure you remember his death. Not that, oh, it's a stupid car crash. This wasn't like the underwhelming ending of Black Widow, where, yes, this is better than Black Widow because it has way better pacing. You're just jealous because I'm a genuine freak and you have to wear a mask, just like everybody else. Yeah, but all comes down to is who's holding the umbrella. I love that. It's great. He's like, bitch, I have more gadgets than you can shake a stick at. Look at the blue eyes. My babies. You can't fight. You're not skilled in martial arts. He's like, hiya. That's great. Uh, ah, ah. Whoa! I love this fall. Ah! Whoa! Do you think Raven's Home is better? No, I don't watch that show either. It probably with Disney's track record, it's probably just as gay as the recent Proud Family show. I'm tired, guys. Tired. Gotcha, monkey man. Arctic world gets completely destroyed. Yeah, that's a swimming pool. You can tell because it's a swimming pool because at the bottom that you can see the bottom of it. Look, yeah, that's not a lake. It's a swimming pool. Plus, the water looks clean. Man, completely annihilated. A bare rig full of string. The Office. You saw the polar bear. That's great. That's a great stunt. Prison, actually. Yeah, that costume is destroyed. There's the polar bear falling. It's a great shot. Mm, together. And she was supposed to get her own spin-off, but they waited way too late. Penguins are cute. Yeah, they could be cute. The penguins from Madagascar cracked me up. They were like the minions before the minions. Just when he takes his mask off, yeah. But she's like, no. Ouch. You're fired. Why are you dressed up like Batman? Her hair is a mess. By the way, this is a bulletproof suit. It's not real bullets. Because what happened in the Crow, yeah, he died because of an accident. Danny DeVito definitely awesome as the Penguin. Yeah, he set the bar for high for Colin Farrell. Because with Farrell, I was like, please don't screw this up. He's one of my favorite actors to play the characters alongside Nolan North, Paul Williams, Colin Farrell, and Tom Kenny. Who else did the voice of the Penguin? Oh yeah, and you forgot Burgess Meredith as the original Penguin, live action Penguin in the '60s show. He's like, "You want to live forever?" Yeah, he's just classic. What was the last good Disney Channel show you saw? Casey Undercover, because it actually was funny. It wasn't agendas filled or us, and they easily could have done it. I thought she was toast after that. Yeah, it's a very dark movie, but again, it's the anti-Christmas movie. Again, all the sad, sentimentality and all that. It just says no. We're gonna make our dark Christmas movie. This is a Burton film. It's not a Hallmark movie. 1 year later, we had Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas, but he didn't direct it. He produced it. I love this. This violins are amazing. It's amazing, that score. I thought he was still alive. He has black blood ink because they didn't want the movie to be too violent. It was already because if it was red, it would get an R rating. The MPAA was watching this film. Mm, mm. Yep, he's dead. With his mouth open, he looks like the guy in the Last Crusade when he turns into a skeleton. That music is amazing. Thank you, Danny Elfman, for the score. It's amazing. Oh, I picked the cute one. Cool drink. Ice water. Ah. Merry Christmas, everyone. That was a great performance, man, Danny DeVito. You stole the show, man. Burgess Meredith was also great as Penguin. This movie and the Batman Arkham original games are some of the best Batman stories. Yeah, I got to play those games eventually. I got to get a job and then get a PS4 and play them. This music is bombastic. It's fantastic. It's the best part of any Batman movie, especially the '89 film, this one, and even Batman Forever. The music has its moments as well. It's and Robin that it just took it in the ass. Because going from this to Batman and Robin, it baffles me that Batman is still around in cinema. Bye, Penguin. We'll see you in an HBO Max show next year. It's amazing, man, that music. And there's more snow falling, yeah. The ending is bittersweet, but it's not like a downer where everybody's dead. No, that would have been like this isn't the Last Jedi or Rogue One or something like that, where just everything sucks after that. At least Bruce doesn't die. He finds a black cat so that the cat doesn't freeze to death. That's nice. Yeah. Bad luck, my ass. Disney Plus is bad luck sometimes. Who's a better composer, Elfman or Giacchino? I tell you Elfman because I love his music a lot more. I do like Michael Giacchino does a good job. He does a good job with some films like Mission Impossible 3, etc. But I think Elfman's just him and that orchestra that they do the music. They're so iconic. A lot of the scores that he's done for these first two films and the Spider-Man movies of Sam Raimi. Yeah, fantastic. I mean, he didn't do Except Spider-Man 3, mind you, because he was busy doing something else, but he did a great job. And this is the ending. Where's the box? Look at that cat's. That's the Christmas offering. Goodwill toward men and women. hmm hmm And that's Batman Returns, everybody. Still an awesome movie 30 years later, still kick ass. Very dark, but it is comedic at times and just has a lot of atmosphere and just it's a Burton movie all the way. And then what did the studios do? They're like, oh my God, Burton, you scared people out of the theater. You're never going to direct a Batman movie again. But hey, he produced Batman Forever, so that's Batman Forever Returns. Awesome. Now let me just check the music that was at the end of the movie. The soundtrack, not the score. I'll just skip to the end. I'll tell you the names of the songs that were in the movie because there's no post credit scene. 2 hours and 1 minute. See, long enough. It's not 2.5 hours or 3 hours. The Batman needed to be like a half hour shorter. It was just way too long. This movie is like 40 minutes shorter than The Batman and the Snyder Cut. DC thinks that movies, every Batman movie needs to be like a freaking novel, like a graphic novel. No, that's the cast. Here's the soundtrack. Face to Face is the name of the song, performed by Siouxsie and the Banshees. And then there's Super Freak, which you've heard of. And that's it. There's only 2 songs. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. All my podcasts for the month of July. It was fun. Christmas in July was hit and miss, but at least I got to do some Christmas movies that I love. Home Alone 2, and this one. So thanks for watching. I'll be doing Elf in a couple of months, probably in November. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Stay safe. Stay out of the sun, and I'll see you in the next one.